teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jets, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on third down, Schultz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off play action, Schultz. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This is the tight end, Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Schultz. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of the... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. It seemed to be a run-pass option, but when you're going downfield like that, was it designed to be that way?
It certainly was, because what you're trying to do is draw people up with the fake inside, and hopefully people can run past them downfield. But in any event, I like the aggressiveness taking the shot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Schultz. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Up the middle they go. Graham. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Graham. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. That's caught at the 1. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun, Schultz escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter.
And it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Here's 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. York now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Washington now brings this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielding that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake. Schultz eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 this, and a Jet touchdown. Now the extra point. And that will be given the lead here as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got Njoku over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On first down, Schultz. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Washington now brings this out. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll roll him out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Back to Mixon on second down. And some room to maneuver. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins from 19 yards away. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Schultz. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have cut the lead back down to 2. In motion goes the tight end. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Washington now brings this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Schultz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off play action. Schultz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Quarterbacking 101, never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, Schultz. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Chris Olave, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. On the slant, he finds Washington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down now. It's Graham. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Whereas most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the official.
He's got a man, complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 67 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have regained the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get into all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. On 3rd down, Graham. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Cleveland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.